Nico Iamaleava, the $8 million man, and Tennessee are in contract negotiations ahead of the 2025 season. Sean, this is a 2025 college football headline if I've ever seen it. Contract negotiations in college football are here, and Nico and Tennessee are in contract negotiations now. Sean, Nico and Tennessee, he's lost a lot of weapons on the offensive side here. From Squirrel White, a hell of a receiver who's been there since the Hendon Hooker days, transferred to Florida State. You got Cam Seldon transferring to Virginia Tech. You got Caleb Webb transferring to Maryland. Chaz Nimrod transferring to South Florida. So interesting development here. Sean, what are your thoughts on Nico being on contract negotiations with Tennessee, and what are his chances of hitting the portal? What are your thoughts?
I mean, this is kind of, how do I want to put this? It's what you sign up for with the way the current system is set up. Mm-hmm. And it's also the delusion that exists on the athlete side. Tennessee didn't reach their ceiling last year because of Nico.
Yeah, that's a great point, Sean.
I mean, they had a national title team at almost every other position.
Yeah,
the quarterback was the problem.
Absolutely.
So basically, you're overpaid. So now you think you're going to hold us hostage to get more money? Bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, and Sean, Nico obviously had one of the most talked about NIL deals, one of the first big NIL deals that we saw from the quarterback position, rumored to be up to $8 million coming out of high school for Nico here. And yeah, like you mentioned last season, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I mean, we saw Tennessee play. Nico definitely held them back in some ways this past season. He threw for 19 touchdowns, over 2,600 yards. But Sean, definitely some lost potential in that last season here, and still some development needed from Nico. Go ahead.
And this is why kids shouldn't be eligible for NIL out of high school. This price point is based on a projection that collegiate programs made. I'm not just going to say Tennessee because obviously he had other suitors. A projection they made on an athlete coming out of high school and what he potentially could be in college. NIL, name, image, likeness. He had not produced any benefits from an NIL standpoint for Tennessee because he hadn't played there yet.
Right. Yeah.
And what was the narrative last year? Well, if Nico can consistently complete the deep ball, if Nico can play at a high level, then Tennessee is extremely dangerous. Mm-hmm. He hadn't lived up to the 4 years, $8 million that they gave him.
I agree and that's why I thought this development was so interesting. He had a huge NIL deal, and I'm like, Sean, I don't think he played his way to a new contract, or I can't even believe we're saying that in college football, but I don't think his play warrants a new contract extension, so to speak, in college football. Unbelievable headline here. And I now, Sean, I got to ask you a real question here. What are the actual chances of Nico hitting the portal here? And that's a huge. I mean, I get that Nico struggles this past season, but that's a huge hit for Tennessee to lose their starting quarterback going into this year. If that were to happen, I don't know if it's going to happen. What are the chances of that?
I mean, I don't know the particulars about the deal, so it's hard to say. But I mean, if I was in control of Tennessee, I would already been trying to out recruit him. So I mean, I don't know if they have or they haven't. I don't know what Josh got going on in that quarterback room. I haven't looked at it. But I mean, I wouldn't be beholden to any player.
Right, agreed.
I'm just telling you, especially a guy that's underachieving. What did JB say about this? Because JB knows the family. This is JB's crew. Did he try and defend this?
JB has not reacted. This is a new development.
Right, we got to talk about that tomorrow because I want to see if he tries to defend this flammery.
Yeah, I'm really curious to JB's take on this. I'm sure, without even hearing his take, that he's going to go at Nico for this. And Nico comes from Long Beach. I know JB knows. I think JB played with his uncle or coached his uncle at some point in Compton College. But man, yeah, I think JB would definitely side with Tennessee on this one and call this player empowerment is what he would probably describe it as if I had to take a wild guess. And Sean, Tennessee, I got to ask you about them going into the season in the SEC. I think pretty decent year last year, but I think a lot left on the table, so to speak. And the way they went out at Ohio State, now they've lost a lot of their weapons on offense for Nico here. Kind of alarming here. And I don't know if you remember last season against Ohio State, they came out with no shirts on here. Gruden and Will Howard had a chance to talk about that. I want to show this. Take a look.
Playoffs start, and here comes the Tennessee Volunteers. It's a cold night.
It was.
In Columbus.
It was, man.
And you see these guys come roaring out of here, the SEC, the Tennessee Vols, without their shirts. And it seemed like they were trying to intimidate you guys.
Oh, yeah. Well, the funny thing is they came out with their shirts on, or their shirts off, and they ran over to the opposite end zone and immediately put them back on. I was like, what the fuck are these clowns doing, man? Like, at that moment, I knew we had them.
Damn. Sean, go ahead. Your thoughts there.
Is this the same video that Gruden compares Will Howard to Josh Allen?
Yeah, in that interview, yeah.
I can't take the video serious, man.
Yeah. Are you a fan of John Gruden's what was it? Retired
shout out to Gruden. Shout out to Gruden. I mean, him, Trump, and Deion Sanders, boy, they went to the same school of marketing.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Now, going back to Nico and Tennessee here, I just thought that was a headline that's a 2025 college football headline. College football contract negotiation, Sean. Unbelievable. 5 or 6 years ago when you were back coaching here, could you have foreseen something like this where there are active college contract negotiations?
Nah, this is crazy. And NCAA got to get a hold of this. I'm all for the guys getting compensated, but I'm for the guys that earn the compensation.
Yeah.
And then I feel like the contract should be binding. Like, I'm not for all this jumping around and.
Yeah.
I mean, because at the end of the day, if you want to be a pro, then let's just really make it professional sports then. Let's put a salary cap in place. Let's start being able to fine guys for being late, for conduct detrimental to the team. Like, let's treat them like pros then. If they really want to be pros, let's treat them like pros. And then let's be able to cut them, because in NFL, those contracts aren't guaranteed. So let's really turn it into pro football if that's really what the kids want.
Or at least call it like pro football. Yeah, turn it into it. I mean, I think that there's still a narrative out there that I run into all the time. All people in my comments, they're still student athletes. It's not. It's like it's. They're acting like
right now. Right now, the athlete gets all the benefits and none of the repercussions. In professional sports, you show up late, boom, that's $10K, $15K. You late to meetings, practice, you acting crazy out there, conduct detrimental to the team, boom, you get suspended for a game, that's a paycheck. Like, all that stuff got financial, like, responsibilities attached to it. Like, y'all want to be pros? Okay, come on over here.
Yeah, I'm with that, Sean. That's a real take right there, 100%. And those who don't want to look at the truth of what college football is in this day and age, ain't hearing you. Shit, they definitely ain't hearing what you just said. But nonetheless, Nico and Tennessee are in active contract negotiations. We'll see how that plays out, and if Nico enters the portal, that's going to be a huge development to discuss as well.